Getting a couple of good post-run donations. We got $15 from Big Jazzy J. Final Fantasy VII was the first RPG I ever beat. Love this game. We got $5 from Anonymous. Donating again because my previous donation wasn't read. Go SGDQ. We got $85 from Creukes214. Hey GDQ. Here I thought I was done with my donations for this SGDQ, and now I hear there's an incentive for Breath of the Wild? Have some more money. While I'm here, I want to thank and congratulate all the runners, commentators, announcers, and all the little hands that worked off screen to make this event possible. It was a very entertaining week yet again. Cheers from France. We got $150 from Mulder TPC. Praise the sun. Very entertaining, jolly cooperation from the couch during this awesome Final Fantasy VII run. We've got a $1,000 donation. All right. It's from Harris Rowe. It says, hey, everybody. Final Fantasy VII was the very first game I ever played, so it holds a special place in my heart. I meant to give this donation during AGDQ, but this seems more appropriate. You guys are doing amazing work, and let's put this money towards Breath of the Wild. Thanks for having me on, guys. We're going to take a quick break and go to a word from one of our sponsors, the Yeti. Have a great rest of your morning, everyone.
Shout out to our last host, Kung Fu Fruit Cup. Got some updates for you guys on upcoming incentives. Make sure to keep getting those donations in for the Breath of the Wild run later in the day, because that would be super dope to see. We're at roughly $25,000 out of $100,000 that we need to see that, so be sure to be donating if you're curious to see that. And for the Dark Souls bonus game, we're only about $6,000 away from reaching that incentive. So be sure to be getting those donations in and dedicating it to something you want to see later in the day. We also have quite a few donations from the Final Fantasy run. We have a $150 donation from Anonymous. Really enjoyed the Final Fantasy VII run. Great runner, great couch. We have a $50 donation from Average Joe 1812. Already clearing my voice to sing along to One Winged Angel. Go and cheese Sephiroth. Greetings from Germany are so overused, so. Greetings from Bavaria. We have a $150 donation from Ivy Ertman. Greetings from the Netherlands. I love GDQ and all of the runs. Let's get that Breath of the Wild going. We have a $50 donation from Blamwell Amum89. I didn't understand English well enough when I played Final Fantasy VII years ago, and I could never finish it because a friend broke my disc 3. Great run. Donation goes to Breath of the Wild. We have a $50 donation from James39. I've never been interested in Final Fantasy before, but this awesome commentary has me hooked. We have a $200 donation from Tails JS. Down with Cursed Setup Block 4. Must see more speedruns. We have a $250 donation from Red Nalas. Tough luck on the ghost elephant, but you guys still rock. Keep going, Zost. You can do it. Also, in honor of my dog Sassy, who died earlier this year, please, please, please save the animals. I beg you. We have an anonymous $500 donation. Here's $500 for the Dark Souls run. We also have a $150 donation from Ugly McDucklets. First GDQ, mind equals blown by the runners and the generosity of all you donors. We have a $15 donation from X2115. Breath of the Wild is so new, it can't be that broken, right? Right? Again, in some incentive updates, we're currently sitting at $43,781 out of the $50,000 goal for playing through Dark Souls as a bonus game. And for later on in the day, we'll also have Breath of the Wild up as another bonus game. We're currently sitting at a little bit over $25,000 out of the $100,000 goal for that. So be sure to be sending your donations in and dedicating it to those incentives. Okay, and now we're going to go over to our run of the Maitre D with Nerd Squared.
All right, so I wasn't sure how I was going to follow up Final Fantasy VII, but I guess this is how we're doing it. And on my couch behind me, we have Jim Freak. And of course, this is the Maitre D. I like to call it a hybrid between a puzzle game and a platformer, and both of those elements will become apparent as the game goes on. And this title screen should be an indicator that we're in for a wild ride here. And we're good to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this is the Maitre D. The name of the game is Waiter Simulator 2016. You've probably already noticed some strange things going on. This waiter somehow has a magic stretching ability. Don't ask me how he got that ability, because I don't know either. There are two main abilities, the stretching ability that you've already seen, which you can use by pressing the arrow keys, and the retract ability that you can use by pressing the Q, E, or S keys. And there's a little thing you can do with the retract mechanic, where you can jump while you're retracting, and that's an intended mechanic in the game, but we can exploit that mechanic to get jumps that were not really intended to get. And that'll become more apparent as the game goes on, because we'll be skipping a lot of things with it. Right now it's just going through these levels. You also may notice some weird sounds with the stretching mechanic, but don't worry about it.
Très bien. By Jove. Capital. Très bien.
Almost fell in spikes there, but we're fine. Oh, something I should also explain with the stretching mechanic is that you can probably see a lotion bottle in the bottom left. Now that serves as our energy meter, and the amount of drops in that meter represents the amount of blocks that we can extend the waiter's body. And there will be certain jumps later on, like in the level I just did, where we'll be working with very little amounts of lotion.
Oh, I say. You are too kind. By Jove. Capital. Très bien.
And this level is the first tricky jump of the game because we have to try to get to this customer as quickly as we can by extending just like that to get up to him. That's one of the first tricky jumps of the game.
Très bien.
This level is probably one of the more fun levels for me to do.
Merde.
Okay, never mind. Dying in this game is pretty bad because if you die in a level, you have to redo the whole level over again, which is not necessarily that fun.
Sacré bleu. Je vous remercie. By Jove. Capital.
Anyways, I was saying this level is probably one of the more fun levels for me because I really like the platforming in it.
Voilà. Merci mille fois.
One other thing I also forgot to mention with the stretching mechanic is that you can jump while you're attracting. Or no, not that, but you can attract one block to the right,
Magnifique.
and then, or no, stretch one block to the right, and then instantly cancel it by retracting. And you can chain that together for really fast movement like I did there.
Bien.
Also, there's bombs in this restaurant as well as spike bits, but again, just ignore that. This is the tricky jump I was talking about earlier, and we got it.
Oh my goodness. Why? Très bien.
So now it's just a stretch of a few
Sacré bleu.
somewhat difficult platforming levels to the last level. This one isn't any better than the level I just did because there's a few particularly long spike bits that we have to get over. And there's this one
Say.
bit of spikes there in the corner that is really mean and likes to kill me as I finish this level, so let's hope that doesn't happen. And that didn't.
Sacré bleu. Je vous remercie. By Jove. Much obliged. Magnifique. Sacré bleu. Merci mille. Voilà. Merci mille fois.
So now we're on the last level. And this level isn't too bad, in all honesty. Just have to get to these customers and get to the end.
Say, why, thank you. By Jove, much obliged.
Alright, so this is the last level of the game, which also, oddly enough, serves as the credits level, and timing will be coming up in a little bit. Time.
Magnifique.
What was the time? Wow, that's actually really good. And I actually got 5:48 earlier in the practice room, so that was being 1 second off that is pretty good. All right, so we're not quite done here, actually, because I believe we actually met an incentive to showcase an out-of-bounds. So I will do that really quick.
Magnifique.
Alright, so slight spoiler alert, there is an out-of-bounds trick you can do in the game. And what you do is you get an NPC on your head, like I have right now.
Why, thank you. Très bien.
And then spam the retract and extension inputs in order to clip into the ceiling. And if you continue spamming those inputs, you will get clipped out of bounds.
Why,
And there really is nothing to it when I say that you do actually just have to spam the inputs and then you're clipped out of bounds.
je vous
Let's see that really quick here. It will be in a few levels or so.
By Jove. Magnifique. Très bien.
Alright, this is level where I'm going to do it. So let's see how quickly I get this. This can be a bit tricky. There we go. Alright, so this is a glitch that I like to call doing the Wiggly worm. And the reason for that is because clipping out of bounds in this particular level causes Waiter Sprite to mess up, like you can see here, such that he ends up looking like a bit like a worm. Alright, so there's nothing we can really do here because there's no way to clip back into the level. So the only way to go from here is to jump off the side and fall into oblivion. And we're pretty much soft-locked at this point. There's nothing we can really do. We can mess around with the extension mechanic a little bit, but there's nothing we can really do past this point. Alright, so that's the Maitre. Hope you enjoyed that.